Hey y'all, I'm showing off a late 60s, early 70s Galaxie Deluxe 2. And this is the original gold color. And it actually has a plating that kind of matches. I'm sure it originally matched perfectly, but over time they're slightly different colors, but that's kind of cool. So usually I really like, this is an all manual typewriter. I usually recommend these for beginners. They're just a great starter typewriter. So I am going to show you around. If you are new to typewriters, hopefully this will help you. Okay, so this is the carriage. Your paper is going to be going right along here. You set margins by using these white tabs, and you just press down and slide them. You can pop this up and use it as a paper holder because the paper will flop over, and if you don't want it to flop over, then you can, that's what you can use that for. To move this carriage when you're not typing, there's handles right back here. Just pull that in. That'll go back and forth. The carriage will move as far as you have the margins set. So if I were to bring this all the way in, and the carriage is just going to move within those margins, okay? So that is how that works. The bell will ding. Well, maybe it won't ding. So it worked the first time, but now it's not working. Okay, so the bell does not work on this. Oh, now it's working. All right, well, for practical purposes, the bell doesn't work on this one, but it will occasionally. Okay, so to open up the top, I'm going to open this up and you just pull it forward, and inside you're going to see the ribbon. And so it's on a spool, and it uses a universal ribbon, which you can get on either our Etsy shop, our website, or even our Facebook page. And the black is on top, red is on the bottom. You just pull these out, plop them back in, make sure they're threaded through the guide wires. Like I just popped that out. Let's put it back in. And then it has to go through this piece right here behind, and then through that one. And I have a video that shows you how to do it also. We take up close photos so you can kind of look to see how it is threaded. Now when you get to the end of the spool, you may think, oh my goodness, that didn't last very long. I need a new ribbon. No, you don't. You need to reverse the direction of the ribbon. Your ribbons should last you a long time because there's actually quite a bit of ink in there, and the ink, it takes a really, really, really long time to dry out. We're talking years. So when it's time to reverse the direction, oops, it's in here, right here. And you just either pop that up or pop it down. And that reverses the direction of your spool. LMH, that determines how hard these guys right here, this is your escapement, how hard the type bars are going to strike your paper. This is your color selector, black and red. All right. Tab. It's your tab, and you can set it with this button or clear it with this button. All right, so let's go back here. One more thing is when you hit return, this little lever determines if it's going to advance 1, 2, or 3 lines. This little lever that's way down here, when you flip this, okay, when you turn this, you'll hear it click. So it clicks at half line intervals. When you flip that down, it releases. It's supposed to release it. All right, there we go. There it is. I was going to say, this typewriter is embarrassing me, but it's user error. Okay, so it releases the roller, so in case you need to do fine-tuning adjustments or whatever, just make sure you re-engage it, okay? And then over here is paper release. So if you load the paper and it's crooked, you just release that. It loosens the tension on the paper, and you can adjust it. Okay, let's do some typing. I've talked long enough. Let's put it right here. Roll it through. Oh, I'm going to adjust this margin. Okay. So this is a 1960s/70s Miss Corona. Galaxie Deluxe 2. Like I said, I recommend this for beginners. However, I don't recommend it for like kids, younger typers, because you do have to push pretty far down. And if you have really small hands, they're just going to have to do this, which is what I have to do, oops, on a lot of these manuals, because I have tiny hands. Now when you adjust the ribbon, you get ink on your hands, and like I have some ink on here, I'm going to wipe that off before we ship that out to you, as soon as I'm done actually. So just know that changing out your ink can be messy. So you may want to get some gloves if you don't want ink on your hands. This type's really nice. Now the font is smaller, so this would be great if you want, if you're going to be doing, you know, a little bit longer typing, because you can get more characters on a line. But if you're doing like a craft project where you want to do quotes on a card to hand out to people, I would look for a typewriter with a bigger font. This one is great for journaling, letters, short stories, you know, something like that. Font. Ha ha, the quick brown font. Let me start over. I really like this typewriter, and I like that this is the original color. A lot of times these are the ones that we repaint, but the gold is actually, the gold finish is in really good condition, so we decided to keep that. There's the bell. Okay, this types really well. This types really well. Great as a starter type. Oops. Backspace. Writer. This great as a starter typewriter. So even if you, and it's a good starter typewriter, but if you don't want to, if you are used to typewriters, but you just want another one and you don't want to spend a ton of money, you're going to be very happy with this one too. This one's going to work really well. One more thing, this does have power space, but on these typewriters I have learned, just in case, because sometimes the power space releases the carriage. Just like that. So do not use your power space, and do not put any mugs next to your carriage. See, I've learned because I've broken mugs. So the power space is going to release the carriage on this one. So just be careful. That is a common issue with the manual typewriters with a power space. Thanks so much for watching. Let me know if you have any questions or comments, and check out the links below. And we would sure love to connect with you on our social media channels, which are linked down in the description. Have a great day.